And they're off. The William Hill Aintree Hurdle of 2023, and Constitution Hill leads towards the first of 11 flights. The champion hurdler from I Like to Move It in second. Zanahir is in third place early, and then a little gap to So Royal, Epatante restrained, and Sharjah at the back as they get over flight number 1. I Like to Move It wasn't overly convincing at that. Constitution Hill took it with a 4 or 5 length lead to Zanahir and Davy Russell on the inside of Sam Twiston-Davies and I Like to Move It. Epatante is in fourth place, running a bit keen as Constitution Hill leads over the second. So Royal in cheek pieces for the first time today in his career. 17-time winner, held up at the back by Daryl Jacob in company with Sharjah and Patrick Mullin. So Constitution Hill around the 2 to 15 mark to add his name and put in amongst some of the great champions to have won this Aintree Hurdle. Night Nurse, Monksfield, Dawn Run, Morley Street, Isterbrack and others. Constitution Hill is leading by 3 lengths on the turn back towards home for the first time. Unbeaten in 6 under rules. Zanahir is in second. He was third to him at Cheltenham last time. I Like to Move It is giving Constitution Hill a little bit more ground this time than he did in the champion hurdle, sitting a little off him in third place with Epatante, last year's winner and 2020 champion hurdler, in fourth place. So Royal and Sharjah, the back pair. First of 3 in the home straight. Constitution Hill. Zanahir made a blunder at that, but hasn't stopped him running. He's still in second position as they now come to the middle one in the home straight. Flight number 4 of the 11. Constitution Hill hops over it stylishly to Zanahir in second. I Like to Move It in third. And then Epatante. So Royal waited with in company with Sharjah, the 6-time Grade 1 winner. So heading towards number 5. It'll be the last next time around, and Constitution Hill comes into it and puts himself right and gets over it with a 3-length lead to Zanahir in second. I Like to Move It continues to be in third, ahead of Epatante 4, with Sharjah and So Royal sitting in the last 2 positions. So the reigning champion comes past the stands with 1 circuit to go, and he leads by 3.5 to 4 in the hands of Nico de Boinville, bidding for a famous double after Shishkin's win in the bowl 30 minutes or so ago. And Constitution Hill by 3 or 4 lengths to Zanahir in second place. I Like to Move It another 1.5 lengths away in third. A similar distance again to Epatante, and So Royal and Sharjah are side by side at the back as they head into the back straight once more and come towards the end of their first circuit. And he's maybe gone 5 clear now, Constitution Hill, going up in distance today. And motors towards that first hurdle in the back and jumped it beautifully. I Like to Move It again wasn't the best. They've gone through where they started and heading towards number 7, and he's definitely up the ante a little bit, Nico de Boinville, and has allowed Constitution Hill to go on a stride, heading towards the next obstacle. Constitution Hill trying to put on a show here and has gone about 7 clear of Zanahir. I Like to Move It, Epatante, Sharjah, and So Royal is now the back marker. The final hurdle before they make the run back towards home. And Constitution Hill comes into it and clears it with a 5 or 6 length lead over Zanahir in second place. I Like to Move It is still in third. There's been little to no change in the order. Epatante is still in fourth. Sharjah and So Royal the last 2. So Royal just getting pushed along by Daryl Jacob for a few strides going into the turn. So they've got 3 left to jump in the William Hill Aintree Hurdle of 2023, and it's Constitution Hill that has a clear advantage on the run towards home. Still 3 flights left to jump. It's Zanahir that continues to be in second. I Like to Move It. Epatante just getting up his inside. Aidan Coleman, So Royal and Sharjah continue to be the last 2. They have reduced Constitution Hill's lead a little bit. It's down to 2 lengths on the turn for home, heading towards 3 out in the colours of Michael Buckley. It's Constitution Hill at the third last. He's over 2 clear, and So Royal crashed through the wing of that, still in the race, but did a little bit of damage to the hurdle as Constitution Hill comes to the second last and is over it, 2.5 to 3 clear of Zanahir. Sharjah is coming from the back and is running on strongly, but it's Constitution Hill with the clear advantage coming towards the final flight. He's clear by 4 to Zanahir and Sharjah. De Boinville hasn't blinked, and Constitution Hill is over the last, and he's clear by 4 or 5 lengths, just being nudged out. This is why he's got the top billing. He's 4 in front. De Boinville now just has to start pushing him along. The future could take him anywhere. Today, Constitution Hill has won the Aintree Hurdle in majestic style. The champion steals the show. Sharjah second, Zanahiyr third, clear of Epatante. I Like to Move It, and So Royal.
A really significant Grade 1 double for Nico de Boinville, Shishkin in the bowl, and now Constitution Hill in the Aintree Hurdle. Many congratulations. Let's start with Constitution Hill. Where else? Trying 2.5 miles for the first time, bounce out in front. Talk me through that.
Well, yeah, I saw everyone hanging back, and the plan was to wait and see if someone would go with me, but it's a long way to go 2.5 on your own out in front here, and the headwind along the side at the cross fence is really strong and right in your face, and it just sort of pushes you back a bit. But I've only been sort of doodling around, and he does jump so well when he's going at that pace in his own speed, and the last down the back there I thought was particularly impressive. I think I could even hear the crowd. And then I turned in and just said, right, come on, let's go, and off he goes and does his business. But that hurdle set so far back, it always is at Aintree, that it's a long run in, it's sort of a furlong and a half, sorry, and it's a long way to go, so it was just keeping him up to his work.
You were a long way in front at one point, but they'd come almost to your heels into the straight. What were you thinking at that point?
I didn't feel as if I was sort of that far clear. I thought I was only sort of poodling around, so I had plenty there, and it all depended on what everyone wanted to do. And yeah, as I said, I knew I had enough horse to go and burn them off between sort of 2 out and the last. 2.5
miles is interesting because I suppose it means that you and the team can learn something for what to do next. Now, Michael Butley has mentioned all sorts of things, the Champion Chase, the Gold Cup, I don't know, he's probably mentioned the FIFA World Cup. Yeah. But what do we learn in terms of distance from that?
I don't think we learned anything too much, except that, you know, he's such an easy horse to ride, and that you can ride him any way, which way, and he's so relaxed doing that, you know, relaxed horses seem to get any sorts of trips, really. So I don't know if we learned too much. I think we'll learn more when we school him on the schooling ground rather than what we saw today. But look, it was great, and it was a good field in behind him anyway.
And you haven't schooled him over fences yet?
We haven't been brave enough yet, but we will do now.
And did you feel, the last question about him, did you feel you had plenty left passing the line?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I think if something came and helped me along, I think I would have, off we go.
Okay, well, it's been a brilliant season with him. Yeah. Shishkin, now, he strode around the paddock.
Yeah.
Did you feel riding to post that he was back on it, mentally on the game?
See, I thought the same at Cheltenham. I thought, oh, here we go. And then you get down to the start and he just sort of slightly sits back on his haunches a bit. But today he definitely felt a bit more alive. We have sort of played around with him at home as well. There's been lots of sort of going on behind the scenes, and just to sweeten him up as much as we can.
Such as what?
Just various sort of physio things, and you know, just making sure all the mechanics are working A1, and trying to get him in a good sort of frame of mind. You know, not making his work too hard. You know, making it nice and easy with easy things to go with, because he doesn't show an awful lot at home. But you know, even going round there, you had a hoist Senor going from the inside rail to jumping out to his right, and then coming back in, and just I then decided just to drop back and just drop off him and not get involved in the drama of that. And you know, because I could have done easily halfway down the back, I could have jumped there and gone, right, go on. But I just decided just to drop him back, and the trouble is if you drop too far back, he then switches off again, so then you have to light him up again. But I thought he was very gutsy. I wanted to join nice and wide and go out and yeah, see if I could pick him up in the straight, which he did.
He did. Now you've got to go up. I'd love to carry on, but go get it through.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.